like I said before, we have 4 years of experience from both of these candidates. These are not new candidates. These are not candidates we never experienced. So that's the positive thing that we have. Now, look at the policies, do the research, then cross-reference the research and see what they did in the past, see what they do now. That's all you have to do. Take advantage of it.
It's that simple.
How's your bank account today versus 4 years ago? That's the question. Man. 5 years ago.
And that's because of their policies that's put forth.
I can tell you how mine is. I can tell you how much money I got today versus how much I had 5 years ago.
Come on, Viz, that's why I get at you, because you don't do informed research. And if you listen to Bruiser, okay, if you're an economist and you got 40 years of experience, why should I listen to you? If you've been in law and been in Congress and been a politician for 30, 40 years, why should I listen to you? You understand? If you had mathematics degrees and you could teach me 2 + 2 ain't 5, why should I listen to you? I can go off my own anecdotal experiences and then form my life on that. That's ignorance. And
Kenny,
it's too right.
You reaching hard
at points, if you hear me out, at points in time in our community, that's our biggest heel. Pride and ignorance. Pride and ignorance.
You reaching, bro.
Wait. You never went to school and got taught by a teacher.
Wait, so hear me out. So just how you said earlier, how people that are entrepreneurs, business owners, they're going to lean towards a certain way more so than other people, right? So if I'm a business owner, and if during one period of time, business is great, everybody's spending money, the money is flowing, the economy is good, gas is down,
everybody's paid,
everybody eating, and then somebody else gets into office and everybody is broke, the gas is through the roof, groceries is through the roof, the housing market, you know what I'm saying? If all of this is happening,
gotta lay off 4 people, inventory's low. Right. Ain't nobody shopping no more.
Well, wait, if I'm a business person, wouldn't I want to wait, hold on. Y'all confuse me now. If I'm an astute business person, wouldn't I want to know what triggered that, how that works, so we can replicate that?
Of course.
Right. So why would I lean on the personality trait of somebody that's in office instead of understanding the policies, who served in their cabinet? Why wouldn't I want to know who those people are or how that was done so I could replicate it? Because if from what I'm hearing, we just going off of anecdotal evidence of what we see with our eyeballs and just vote for what you see with your eyeballs. No, people in the chat, please get y'all ass out there. Use the chat, GPT, use AI, use whatever the fuck you got to use. Research this shit. Don't listen to nothing nobody's saying on this stage. Go research that for yourself.
I agree. And
except for real,
this is wild.
Joy Reid has something to say about Amber Rose as well.
How her hair looks.
That was probably the most dangerous speak for the Democratic coalition. That is a young woman of color. She's describing the experience a lot of people have, feeling that maybe if you're around too many liberals, you might get criticized too much, or you might not be able to speak your mind. And she spoke to it really well. And she's way more famous than any of us up here. Yeah. I'm going to tell you that, way more famous. And so to the extent that these guys are trying to bust up our coalition, that was a bunker buster right there.
The weekend, a member of Congress who was a Republican came out immediately and blamed the incident on DEI and said that the fact that there were women and Black people in the Secret Service is the reason this happened. That is a member of Congress who went out on the TV and said to the world that DEI was the cause of an assassination attempt. This is where the Republican Party is. So it's ironic that they were able to recruit this young woman who, she's a racially ambiguous. I don't want to say she's Black because she has said she's not. So I don't want to say this Black woman, this woman who is of whatever race that she has claimed. She said she's not Black. black. But they've brought somebody whose whole career is based in black culture. She used to be on a show on BET. That's the reason most people know who she is. She dated one of the most prominent African-American rappers in the business, in the history of hip hop. So her whole culture came from black culture, even though she says she's not a black person herself. And the fact that she is now the person they're using to try to recruit young people of color and to say that this is the person who is the endorser of Donald Trump who you should trust, when she won't even claim the culture that brought her to the table, I'm dubious that this will work. I don't know anyone who takes their political cues from Amber Rose, but just in case you do, you might want to duplicate doing your own research because she might not have done it thoroughly.
So this is what Amber Rose had to say to Joy. I've never said I wasn't black. I said I identify as biracial. I'm not going to invalidate my white father to make you feel more comfortable. Stop being a race baiter. Your president does enough race baiting for all of us.
Your problem is that you really don't even want to be black.
Black. Do you think like a mixed race person, right?
Right.
However, I think culturally in America, you're considered black. Do you think that's how people perceive you, and is that how you perceive yourself?
I do not consider myself a black woman. Absolutely not.
What do you consider?
That lying asshole. See, look at
JR, you shouldn't have showed me that. Hot damn it. She done for. Guys.
JR, you ain't shit.
I smell betrayal.
All right, let's go to get Trev in there, man. And we haven't spoken in a while.
So when they were referring to the, I'm just going off of what Joy Reid just said with the DEI. They weren't saying because it was black people in the Secret Service. They were saying because it's women in the Secret Service. And if you look at that footage, those women were fumbling. Homegirl couldn't even get a damn gat in the holster. It was shameful. It was shameful. I don't know. We might be looking too deeply into this. Like, it's a commercial. It's a commercial. And I understand what she represents and everything. And I emphatically disagree with her entire lifestyle. And I did just verify that her OnlyFans account is active. So, yeah, it's no bueno. I'm not digging it, not even a little bit, but it is what it is, man. Like, she's talking to certain people, man, and we just have to understand that she's just talking. I would have never used her. I don't want anybody to think that I condone. I don't, but I understand what they were doing. As much as I don't like it, and I wish they wouldn't talk to us like that, but it's like, you know, both sides, they talk to us like that. I don't like the history of either one of the candidates. Joe Biden, a 94 crime bill, not me personally, but people all around me have felt the effects of that. And nobody even mentioned the housing discrimination lawsuit that Trump lost. So that's a whole nother thing too. They both have some really terrible history, but you know, you just got to man up and vote according to the policies that work for you best. That's what I'm going to do. I've never voted on character. Like, what politician can you actually trust? Can someone name one single politician on this planet that we can actually trust? One? Even one? I don't like them all. Any of them, man. They all have agenda. They all get paid, right? They're donors pretty much, just like a company. It's like shareholders. Your shareholders control you. So the only thing I would encourage people to do is just don't get wrapped up in a party. Me, I consider myself to be independent. Extremely likely to vote right this time, but I'm not trapped into anything. Whoever has policies that will align with my beliefs and my pockets, most importantly, let's keep it G. That's where a lot of us is going, because that's what make the world go around, right? That's what I care about the most, and that's what I think most of us really care about. Whoever's going to make sure me and my family are in a better position, that's whose switch I'm pulling. That's simply it. You can't trust these dudes, neither one of them. I don't like any politicians. I never did.
One thing I don't understand, and we saw that in the clip with Amber Rose and old girl, like, why is it that when you go against the grain of black culture, you're immediately shunned. You're a coon. You're Uncle Tom. You know what I'm saying? This, oh, you voting off of emotions. It's like, no, this is stuff that I'm actually researched, I'm aware of, and I'm seeing the patterns of where, okay, well, this isn't working for me. So just because it doesn't align with everybody else, I'm immediately denounced and you cooning and like I don't understand why do we do that?
So another thing that we do with that, another thing that we really do, a lot of people from the left that I've seen a lot, the people that I've had plenty of discussions as of late with people who are from the left, and the one thing that I don't want to see them do, and this is not everybody, but many people, and this is becoming like more of a trend, is that they automatically assume that if you are voting right, then you are uninformed, right? Or you're misinformed, or you don't know what you're talking about, or maybe I need to educate you on some things. And that's not the attitude that we should have. It doesn't mean that I'm uninformed. It just means that this policy suits me better. So we can't start doing that to each other now. I've seen families that have been torn apart because of this. We don't even want to talk to them anymore because we can't align politically. That means that I can't mess with you no more. Like you're not my peoples anymore because you're going to vote this way. We got to stop doing that.
Yeah.
Well, so, I think we can't have it both ways, right? Like either we're going to be all inclusive and unified, or we're going to remain tribal. I don't find any issue with tribalism. I really don't. It's how we galvanize. Within your family? It's how we go. Period. It's how we all move in the same direction. It's how I know you with me. Whoever served on, I know Shan served in the military. I don't know who else on the panel that may have served it. Oh, Bruiser. When y'all in the foxhole, y'all want to know that we're all aligned, moving towards the same goal. Yeah. For that moment, race doesn't matter, your background doesn't matter, none of that matters. We're all brothers and sisters, I guess. But you understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't really have
matter. What did matter was we wore the same uniform and we lived by the same standards and principles and regulation. But black people specifically are not doing those things. We wear the same skin color, but we're not living by the same standards and principles. So that's the issue I got with the tribalism. The same motherfuckers that want you to vote for them, the same nigga that's gonna climb through your window and shoot you and take your shit off the dresser. That's where my issue come in.
We have a community. We about to get into that. Reel it back.